Meeting of the Senate Judiciary Committee will come to order. Today we are going to consider 6 judicial nominees. Anthony Johnstone, nominated to the Ninth Circuit. Judge Daniel Calabretta, nominated to the Eastern District of California. Matthew Garcia, nominated to the District of New Mexico. Judge Jeffrey Hopkins, nominated to the Southern District of Ohio. Lindsey Jenkins, nominated to the Northern District of Illinois, and Justice Adrian Nelson, nominated to the District of Oregon. I want to congratulate the nominees and their families and officially welcome them to the Senate Judiciary Committee. We have several colleagues who will be joining us today to introduce these nominees, and I will personally introduce 2 of the nominees. But before I do so, I want to briefly comment on the fact that we are proceeding today while the Senate is not in session. While it's rare for the committee to hold a nominations hearing when the Senate's not in session, it's happened before, more than once. In the 115th and 116th Congresses under Republican committee chair, the committee held 4 nominations hearings during Senate recesses, 1 in September 2017, 2 in October 2018, and of course the hearing for the Supreme Court nomination of then Judge Amy Coney Barrett weeks before the 2020 election. 3 of those hearings were held on days that the Senate was originally scheduled to be in session. Today is no different. My staff gave the ranking member staff advance notice as far back as August 17th that we were planning to hold this hearing today. Members have had ample time to prepare. In short, we undertake today's hearing squarely within the precedential bounds set by previous committee chairs. And I've said many times, we're not going to have one set of rules for Republicans and another for Democrats. Unlike the 3 hearings in the 115th Congress, however, today members will be permitted to ask questions of these nominees from a remote location so everyone is at least able to participate. Now let me turn to introductions. Lindsey Jenkins. My great pleasure to introduce Lindsey Jenkins to be nominated to the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of my state of Illinois. Ms. Jenkins received her bachelor's degree from Miami University of Ohio, her JD summa cum laude from Cleveland Marshall College of Law. After clerking for Judge Solomon Oliver Jr. on the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Ohio and working in private practice for 2 years, Ms. Jenkins spent the majority of her legal career, 15 years, as Assistant U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Illinois. As an AUSA, Ms. Jenkins prosecuted a range of cases, from violations of drug and firearm laws to fraud to gang-related activity to civil rights violations to corruption. In addition to her caseload at the U.S. Attorney's Office, she became chief of the criminal division. In that role, she oversaw all criminal prosecutions in the Northern District, supervising nearly 150 assistant U.S. attorneys across 9 prosecution sections. In 2021, Ms. Jenkins returned to private practice, working primarily on internal investigations and white-collar cases. I look forward to hearing more about her courtroom experience, management credentials, and deep knowledge of the Northern District. I'd also like to take a moment and thank the Judicial Screening Committee that Senator Duckworth and I established to review candidates for the Northern District. Chaired by former Judge David Corr, the committee has done outstanding work, and they thought very highly of Ms. Jenkins. Senator Duckworth could not be here today to introduce Ms. Jenkins, but she submitted a statement for the record and strongly supports her. Also pleased to introduce Judge Daniel Calabretta, nominated to the Eastern District of California. Senators Feinstein and Padilla strongly support Judge Calabretta, whom they recommended, but unfortunately scheduling conflicts prevented them from introducing the nominee. They have submitted statements which will be made an official part of the record. Judge Calabretta currently serves as Superior Court Judge for the County of Sacramento, a position he's held since 2019 following his appointment by Governor Jerry Brown. He became presiding judge of the Juvenile Court in 2022. Before his appointment to the bench, Judge Calabretta spent 14 years in legal practice as an associate at Munger, Tolles, and Olson, as a Deputy Attorney General in the California Department of Justice, and as the Deputy Legal Affairs Secretary to Governor Brown. Judge Calabretta began his legal career by clerking for Judge Willie Fletcher on the Ninth Circuit and for Justice Stevens on the Supreme Court. If confirmed, Judge Calabretta will be the first openly gay judge to serve on the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of California. The Eastern District needs judges, as it has one of the highest average per judge workloads in the nation. And I hope the Senate's able to swiftly confirm Judge Calabretta along with other outstanding nominees. At this point, we're going to see if the technology is up to the challenge, and I'm going to turn it over to my friend and my colleague, the ranking member of the committee, Senator Grassley.